richness and poorness is neither necessarily about external circumstances, outside conditions, nor is it or will it ever be about possessions, wealth, riches, validation, fortune into our lives or for both men and women, but it's something else entirely because richness means happiness, fulfillment, contentment, prosperity, growth, learning into our lives, which can only happen when the mindset is there, when the mind, attitude, desire, willingness, ambition is there consistently and unconditionally for learning, transformation, ambition, self knowledge, invincibility, authenticity, then only those ends can be achieved and those ambitions can also be realized, which are set for ourselves in life because it's mostly psychological, mental power, strength, resilience, desire, and will that decides outside success, public prowess, reputation, and external ambition, and honesty, admiration, recognition, and everything else that we're able to achieve and accumulate into our lives happens neither because of wealth, riches, power, nor because of education or pride, vanity, ego, or self centeredness, but because of our mind, because the mind is the source of all these ideas, fixations, obsessions, ideologies, and successes as well, including inventions. So everything takes place in the mind, everything is achieved on the outside because of the mind's willingness, mental power, ambition, desire, intention, whatever you want to call it. So richness and poorness then is mostly about psychological and not necessarily about external conditions and outside circumstances or about the objective conditions into our lives. But then again, every man is either rich or poor, depending upon the kind of control, modesty, moderation, groundedness he has achieved and mastered into his life because self knowledge and self mastery and self discipline are imperatives in the development and continuation of being rich, powerful, prosperous, sovereign, unflinching, unconditional, and unshakable into our lives because the real power lies inside. Real happiness, success, conquest starts from the within. Real power is inward, and that power is psychological and based on soul. So, obviously, if we are rich or we can be rich because of our psychological power and because of the kind of control, modesty, moderation, perseverance we have developed that also helps limit our expenses and incomes and enhances our powers, or we're poor because of lack or absence of mental control and self overcoming and modesty, moderation, or decency. It could be anything. But then again, it's highly mental and psychological.